Now for the major event, the roasting of the pig. It is lowered into a pit of hot rocks. Garnished with savory roots and more leaves, it will slowly steam and roast to perfection. Hours later, the project is ready for inspection. The long-awaited moment has finally arrived. With all the island's choice edibles on hand, the luau begins, an age-old ceremony of good fellowship. Poi has an important place in the festive spread. It is partaken in this manner, as prescribed by island etiquette. Prominent at any feast are pineapples, honored as the fruit of Hawaiian kings. Here in Hawaii, countless millions of pineapples are grown on vast plantations. Thousands of acres produce by far the major portion of the world's supply. Mile after mile extend the terraced and contour-planted fields of the Hawaiian Pineapple Company, the largest soil conservation program ever achieved anywhere by a private enterprise. Thus, modern American science has added beauty and wealth to the treasure islands of the Pacific. 26,000 acres of pineapples make this company preeminent in Hawaii's second-largest industry and the world's leader. Picking every new crop is the climax of many operations prior to the annual planting of 100 million pineapple slips. Abundant harvests result from scientific planning. Probably nowhere else in the world. At the end of each crop cycle, the plants are cut up and plowed under by machines especially designed by company engineers. Many types of field equipment, like this giant gang plow, are used to help guarantee maximum plant yield. Plowing is repeated several times before each field is replanted. With highly efficient machines, large and small, the good Hawaiian earth is made ever more fertile. Plants are plowed back to enrich the soil. Most ingenious is this new scientific contrivance employed in final plowing. Neatly lifting its discs, it swings around with typical Hawaiian grace and goes back to work. Closely trailing the discs, this roller smooths the soil for planting. Atop the machine are 4 pumps, as well as an ample supply of soil fumigant piped to each disc. As the discs revolve, the overhead pumps force the fumigant into the ground, destroying nematodes and other subsoil organisms which reduce productivity. At planting time, trucks arrive at the field with rolls of mulch paper similar to roofing material. With specially designed equipment, a remarkable procedure begins. Moving slowly across the fields, this unique machine lays strips of the waterproof mulch paper, which discourages weed growth and conserves heat and moisture within the soil, aiding the sturdy growth of young pineapple plants. The strips are kept in place by soil along the edge of the paper and are tacked down at intervals with earth. With all neatly in place, the fields are finally ready for planting. In other fields, slips are taken from the mature pineapple plants and placed base up to be cured in the sun prior to planting. Inspection of the slip reveals a dormant set of roots ready to grow as soon as the new plant is placed in the ground. Thus, nature expedites the raising of another crop. Now, after all the elaborate preparation, actual planting begins. Pineapple slips are placed at regular intervals on the mulch paper. Planting of the vast fields must still be done by hand. Workers punch holes in double rows through the paper and insert a young plant in each. 26,000 acres, all hand-planted that the world may enjoy the fruit of kings. And less than 50 years ago, this pineapple company began with a plantation of 63 acres. From the air, the newly planted fields seem endless. Months later, they're filled with countless growing plants. When the plants are 3 months old, experts begin a written record of their growth. Few infants anywhere are more scientifically reared, and 100 million youngsters each year make quite a family. Their increasing growth is carefully tested with scales which indicate degree of root strength. Soil temperature is checked with a special thermometer. All pertinent information is recorded in the plant log. Sample roots in each portion of the fields are thoroughly analyzed. Warm temperatures are required for pineapple root systems, and Hawaii's climate is perfectly suited for these exotic plants. A careful record is kept. Typical leaves are removed to study average water storage. The base is cut off, designated, and sent to the extensive company laboratories for analysis. Here, typical soil and leaf samples, sent in each month from the many fields, are exhaustively tested to ensure an accurate crop progress check at all times. Chemists and other experts analyze the leaves to determine if the plants are deficient in any of the needed nutrients. Though not quite so romantic as Waikiki Beach or a native luau, the research center contributes much to the wealth of the islands. Final analysis of leaf and soil samples indicates the amount and kind of fertilizers to be added. Nutrients of the required types are accurately mixed and distributed to crops with especially designed machines. The large boom sprayers also spread insecticides, destroying mealybugs and other plant enemies. With this highly efficient apparatus, entire plantations can be rapidly treated in conformity with research findings and continuous plant log records. Designed to prevent crop injury, the sprayers ensure healthy plants free from disease. Like humans, pineapple plants need plenty of iron if they're to become big, healthy specimens. This machine literally bathes the minute and has solved one of the industry's greatest problems. The soil of the islands is rich indeed, but when constantly in use, it must be chemically fertilized. Smaller units provide new vim and vigor for the earth and plants. With accurate and continuous data on plant development, fertilization schedules can be designed to result in maximum plant growth. New production methods and machinery constantly are being developed by the company. For example, these nozzles also spray liquid weed killer. From planting of the slip, modern science guides the growth of every pineapple. When the plants are approximately 15 months old, the reddish flower bud appears. Gradually, it enlarges into a miniature fruit. Through the following months, the adolescent pineapple expands, slowly taking on the characteristics of mature fruit. As it continues to grow, a crown of leaves takes form, occasionally used for planting another crop. Under ideal conditions, the growing process extends for about 21 months. Finally, the mature pineapple acquires its familiar golden hue, appropriate indeed for the fruit of king. And so at last, the fully grown pineapples are ready for harvest. Truly a treasure of gold. Remarkable new harvesting machines built by the company are ending laborious hand picking. A moving belt on a boom swinging over the crops from each harvester speeds gathering of pineapples tested for ripeness by expert pickers who remove the crown of leaves. With this equipment, factory production line efficiency is maintained in the fields. Workers know exactly when pineapples are ripe for picking. Fruit need not be only of golden hue to be ready for harvest. There is a wide range of color in the shell of ripened fruit. As a loaded truck leaves each harvester, another quickly moves under. The huge machine moves through the fields, loading each truck, and then rises on stilt-like legs for the next. In from the many plantations constantly roll trucks to the storage yards. Now, one of the ingenious carriers, largest of this type ever built, straddles the bin, deftly picks it up, and carries the load away. Loading with perfect precision, the carriers quickly transfer bins to other trucks bound for the cannery. This operation typifies the efficient modern methods employed by the Hawaiian Pineapple Company in every activity from soil and plant analysis to distribution of its products. Probably nowhere else in the world is food production more scientific than here on these languorous South Sea Isles. Along the paved highways of Oahu roll battalions of trucks loaded with thousands of pineapples for the cannery at Honolulu. Here, as on the island of Lanai, they are continually on the move from fields and storage yards loaded with golden fruit for the world's markets. Among the islands of the Hawaiian group, Lanai is of particular interest, for it is entirely owned by the company. To these shores came the giant outrigger canoes of Polynesians centuries before Captain Cook's discovery of the islands. Today, airplanes quickly wing their way to the modern city of Lanai, administrative center of the island's vast plantation. Once barren, Lanai now has 15,000 acres of pineapples and 75,000 acres of ranch and other lands. Literally carved out of solid rock is this man-made Kamalapau Harbor, picturesque embarkation point for the trip from Lanai to the Honolulu cannery. Here, tugboats with barges convey the produce of Pineapple Island for 54 miles to Oahu. Giant cranes speed the loading. A seemingly endless procession of trucks bring fruit from rich fields to the busy harbor, completely fitted with the latest equipment. More pineapples are shipped from Lanai in a single day than were grown in the entire year 1901, when James D. Dole organized the company, now largest of its kind on Earth. Across blue Pacific waters shuttled boats and golden cargo. Back in 1493, Columbus discovered pineapples in the West Indies, but the first Hawaiian cannery was built in 1892. This is the world's largest pineapple, a fitting monument to the fruit of kings. Towering above the world's largest pineapple cannery in Honolulu, packing over 40% of the entire Hawaiian fruit crop. This ultra-modern plant, covering 33 acres, can produce 100,000 cans of pineapple every 6 minutes. Here, other huge carriers remove fruit from incoming trucks and trailers. Each load contains 8 tons. Unloading and distributing millions of pineapples to the canning machines creates a major problem in the yards. The industry constantly faces problems overcome only with advanced techniques and inventive skill. Designed for maximum efficiency is the receiving dock from which the fruit is mechanically conveyed to the cannery. Here, samples are taken from each load, the first stage in an elaborate procedure guaranteeing uniform quality pack. The bins are divided into 2 sections, reducing the crushing weight. Hydraulically operated tipping devices roll the fruit onto conveyor belts. Through these portals pass the most beautiful pineapples in the world, destined to glorify tables everywhere. Ingenious grading apparatus sorts the fruit by size for the canning machines. A traffic control officer varies the speed with which the pineapples enter the plant. Width of graders can also be regulated as pineapples move in stately procession along the 950-foot conveyors. Production line methods are remarkable indeed, even in this age of science. They are washed en route and automatically weighed, providing an accurate record. Automatic governors direct the heavy traffic. Mechanical cops safely divert the tide of pineapples into side lanes without fatalities. Cascading down chutes, they undergo careful inspection, and if up to standard, proceed to batteries of truly miraculous machines known as janakas. Invented by company engineers in 1913, They revolutionized the industry by making real mass production possible. Each team of operators with rubber gloves and spotless aprons can deliver over 100 pineapples to trimming tables each minute, aided by a Janaka machine. The fruit is mechanically guided to a cylindrical knife which removes the shells. Fruit hearts are shaped to fit within cans, and juice is extracted from trimmed portions. The pineapple cores are removed with machine gun rapidity. This diverting gadget distributes the pineapple hearts to grading and trimming tables. All shell fragments are removed as the multipurpose Janaka machine prepares the fruit for canning and juice extracting. Separated from these machines by a glass wall are the trimming rooms. Working under the most hygienic conditions, hundreds of highly trained women carefully inspect every pineapple. Workers of many nationalities are employed in all activities of the company. Even with the most advanced machinery, there is no adequate substitute for hand skill in this important operation. Special knives with so-called bird bill attachments are used to slice off bad spots and take pineapple eyes. Fresh rubber gloves are constantly distributed. Dole pineapple products are untouched by human hands during the entire canning process. Visitors are always impressed by the magnitude of this operation. After trimming and washing, the pineapple moves on to batteries of machines containing revolving blades which neatly divide fruit in equal slices. Appearing now, as they will later on tables everywhere, the pineapple slices march steadily on to a vast array of final grading tables. Here, additional hundreds of experts segregate and hand-pack the individual slices into the three grades: fancy, choice, and standard pack. Every pineapple ring is placed in the can by hand. This may appear rather strange in such a highly mechanized plant, but doing so guarantees an absolutely perfect, uniform product. And purchasers need not worry about receiving the correct number of quality slices. Inspectors see to that. The highly trained experts of the Product Inspection Department guarantee consistency. Now here's a highly specialized occupation: pineapple ring measurer. Sample rings must pass rigid tests before being proclaimed perfect. Certainly very few realize what comprehensive inspection the fruit undergoes. From the packing tables, filled cans advance in steady streams to company design machines where they are vacuumized to ensure a slice of good appearance and complete coverage with syrup. En route, sample cans are inspected as a check on earlier procedures. Here they receive uniform quantities of syrup made from pineapple juice and pure cane sugar. This is the ion exchange room, where the ionized impurities are chemically removed by this newest of sugar refining techniques. This atomic age develops the amount of cane sugar required, and soon almost the entire pack will be 100% pineapple. This huge ion exchange master control panel is a vital nerve center of the plant. The board automatically indicates the exact progress of all syrup-making operations. Any necessary adjustments are instantly relayed to the ion exchange room. Syrup of exactly the right type must be added to fruit in precise amounts, and cans must move on to the next operation at just the right speed, for complete coordination is imperative. Dole cannery products are of several varieties. Pineapple chunks have many popular uses. Advancing in an endless stream, the rings are mechanically distributed to this efficient cutting machine, which also packs the can. Quickly transformed, the pineapple chunks move on to have syrup added. Meanwhile, another product is being created: pineapple tidbits. Here, the fruit rings are rapidly converted into tasty tidbits, again through utilization of fully automatic machinery. Pineapple tidbits are highly popular everywhere as prime ingredient of fruit cocktails. Under closely controlled temperatures, crushed fruit is also scientifically packed. From all sections of the packing rooms, cans of fruit and juice, now hermetically sealed, ride up endless belts for another important operation that ensures absolute purity of products. Entering large pasteurizing machines, the cans move through them continuously under steam pressure, completely sterilizing the fruit. These pineapples really get around. Now they're off for still another ride. From the pasteurizers, the parade of cans continues to a series of spraying machines where they are given prolonged cold water treatment. Now they proceed on their roundabout way. Finally, they perform an intricate snake dance en route to the labeling department. On the home stretch, the cans race through machines that can label 1,700 a minute. Affixing glue to labels as the cans charge by is no job for a nervous person. This labeling machine is the world's fastest. The slow-motion camera shows how this infallible mechanism operates at such lightning speed, somewhat like a rotary printing press. Only at this breakneck pace can the machines keep up with plant production. Yet every can is perfectly labeled. But far more important, every can of Dole pineapple meets the highest standards. Constant testing and sampling ensure top quality and complete uniformity of products. As you have seen, from the earliest stages of plant and soil preparation to final testing of fruit and juice, scientific control and broad research play major roles in this great Hawaiian industry. Color printing is an important plant activity. Countless thousands of folded boxes produced here are identified with Dole labels, famous hallmarks of quality. Now, for the last time, the battalions of pineapple cans come charging down the chutes to be deposited in fiber shipping cases. 9,000 cans have been packed per minute, and over 5 million in a single day. From receiving dock to these rooms, ready for shipment, a carload of fruit has been canned in just 37 minutes. As parallel lines of cans advance, they are automatically packaged a full case at a time. Here, in this cannery, is the only fiber box manufacturing plant in the islands. Inspectors make a final check to see that each case contains the proper number of cans. Imperfect ones are replaced. Box tops are neatly folded down and glued by machines with superhuman efficiency. And so the filled boxes march on. Now the cases are stacked for delivery to warehouses or the harbor of Honolulu. A small lift truck quickly moves in and carries the boxes to another truck and trailer arriving with split-second accuracy. Other sets of cases rapidly converge, for loading operations are as perfectly timed as all others. Byproducts, including citric acid and pineapple bran, are as efficiently processed and distributed. Thus, in every procedure, modern science is fully utilized by the Hawaiian Pineapple Company. So, another load of Dole products leaves for the harbor. Here, freighters await cargoes to be carried across the 7 seas. Cargoes of golden pineapple for the markets of the world from the treasure islands of the Pacific.